Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is February 13th, 2024, and Joan Laporta has made one thing clear to Xavi and the squad: no more slip-ups. Also, the club will begin negotiations pretty soon with Atletico de Madrid in regards to the signing or possible loan extension of Joao Felix. And finally, the club have set a budget for the signing of Joao Cancelo. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the Kit Bag. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you head to Bet Us. Both links for Kit Bag and Bet Us are down below in the description. Now, beginning with the news that after that Barcelona gaffe against Granada, where the team drew 3-3, dropping points and wasting the opportunity to slash a distance between them and Girona, since Girona also dropped points, Atletico de Madrid dropped points, and even Athletic Club de Bilbao dropped points. There was a lot of anger within the board of directors, especially Joan Laporta, who, as I reported before, was seen extremely angry at the match during Granada. And after Deco's statements where he mentioned that thing about moving away from the old paradigm and changing things up, that also caused a lot of upset amongst the fans and amongst the directors, because it seemed that Deco, who was insinuating that Barcelona should move away from the Barcelona DNA, but of course he did clarify that that was not his intention, that's not what he meant. And the reporter who made the interview also came out and said that that's not what Deco meant, even though the transcripts are pretty clear that that's exactly what Deco said. But anyways, after all of this happened, today, Joan Laporta and the board of directors had a series of meetings with Xavi Hernandez, with Deco, with other board of director members, lots of internal meetings in order to assess the situation, in order to see how to move forward. And one of those meetings was the meeting that I told you about yesterday, that was between Xavi and Deco, where Deco explained to Xavi that he did not mean the shift away from Cruyffism, but that he was talking more about the shift away from the old project, because, you know, with Xavi leaving and a new coach coming, that Barcelona would be moving into a new project. But anyway, a series of meetings have been held between the day of yesterday and today. And after all these meetings, Joan Laporta has made one thing clear to Xavi Hernandez: no more slip-ups. Now, Barcelona have slipped twice now, against Granada, drawing 3-3, and against Villarreal, losing 3-5. These are two matches where Barcelona should have won, two matches against much weaker opponents, two matches against opponents that are struggling currently in La Liga. But Barcelona slipped up against both of them, and Joan Laporta made it clear to Xavi Hernandez that he cannot do this anymore, because we have some difficult matches coming up against Real Madrid, against Girona, and against Atletico de Madrid. So Barcelona cannot be dropping points and wasting opportunities to cement their position against weaker opponents. Barcelona should be looking to win these matches, and Joan Laporta does not want to see any more slip-ups, not only because this is a sporting disaster, but because it could turn out to be a financial disaster as well, because Barcelona need to finish in the top 4 spots in order to qualify to the Champions League next season. It's ideal if we finish in the top 2 spots, because if we do, that would mean qualifying to the Spanish Super Cup. So that's 6 million euros more that Barcelona would earn. And of course, we need to get past Napoli in the and make it to the quarterfinals, because Barcelona have budgeted to make it all the way to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. So Joan Laporta making it clear to Xavi he cannot slip up anymore, because the club's finances are at risk. Now, it's reported that after this meeting between Xavi and Joan Laporta, the Barcelona coach had a meeting with all the Barcelona squad. It was a 1-hour meeting long, where Xavi Hernandez did not discuss tactics or anything like that, but instead he tried to raise the morale of the entire team, because Xavi Hernandez has noticed that a lot of players are running low on both emotional and mental energy. So an hour-long meeting between Xavi and the players to raise the morale, to incentivize the player to finish the season strong. Because again, not only is this a sporting requirement, but now the club's finances are at risk, and the club's finances depend on the team's performance. as well. Now, hopefully this pays dividends, and hopefully we can see the team, finish the season strong. Of course, the next few matches will tell, but it's reported that the Celta Vigo match could be very crucial for Barcelona's success, because if Barcelona can defeat Celta Vigo, then they will travel to Italy with their spirits a little bit higher. But if we slip up again against Celta Vigo, then things could not go our way in the Champions League round of 16. Now, speaking of the club finances, one thing that Barcelona will need to decide is, of course, the fate of the both Joaos. Both Joao Felix and Joao Cancelo are, of course, on loan from Atletico Madrid and Manchester City, respectively. Their loans end at the end of the season, and Barcelona will have to decide on what to do in regards to these players, whether to sign them, extend their loans, or send them back. And it's reported that Barcelona will initiate talks with both Atletico Madrid and Manchester City in the upcoming weeks to see what their options are and to try to secure the future of both players, because it seems that Barcelona are keen on keeping the two Portuguese attackers. Well, I guess Cancelo is more of a defender, but he's also an attacker. But you get the point. Now, in the case of Joao Felix, it's reported that Barcelona will seek to extend the loan of the Portuguese attacker by one more season. Of course, Barcelona understand that the financial fair play will prevent them from making big signings next summer. And of course, their focus is to reinforce the pivot position. They're looking to make a big spending on a world-class player for the pivot position. And given the finances of the club, it ties their hands as far as making a big spending on Joao Felix. And since Joan Laporta is a big fan of the player and he wants to keep him at the club, Barcelona will look to extend the loan by one more season, because there's no way that Barcelona could pay a transfer fee for Joao Felix during this summer. Now, this is going to be very difficult because Atletico Madrid are not looking to extend the loan of Joao Felix. They want to transfer him. They paid, of course, 120 million euros for him, and it's reported that they're looking to make at least 50% of that money back. So they're looking for at least 60 million euros for Joao Felix, which, again, Barcelona cannot pay and cannot afford. So this is going to be a difficult situation. We'll see what comes out of it. But at the end of the day, one thing positive that's going in Barcelona's way is that Joao Felix has made it clear that he only wants to go to Barcelona. His agent is Jorge Mendes, who has a very good relationship with Joan Laporta. So those are positive things on the Barcelona's column. So there is maybe a possibility that Barcelona could take Joao Felix on a loan for one more season. But of course, Atletico Madrid are very tough negotiators. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens in the summer. Now, I made my opinion very clear. I would not pay 60 million for Joao Felix. In fact, I wouldn't pay any money for Joao Felix because he has not shown that he's worth that much. He's been incredibly inconsistent. But again, I always like to hear from you guys. So let me know down below. What do you think Barcelona should do? Should they extend the loan for one more season? Should they sign him on a permanent transfer? Should they just get rid of him at the end of the season? Let me know down below. Now, in regards to Joao Cancelo, the operation is a little bit easier. I mean, first of all, Joao Cancelo has garnered a lot of approval within the club as opposed to Joao Felix, where there's a lot of people who are doubtful about him. But in the case of Joao Cancelo, there's a lot more people, or the majority of the people within the club are happy with his performance, are happy with his incorporation into the locker room, and are happy with his attitude and his commitment to the club. And as such, it's going to be an easier operation as far as convincing the club to make the investment on him. And also, Manchester City are not looking to make as much as Atletico Madrid are looking to make of Joao Felix. And it's reported that Barcelona have budgeted between 15 to 20 million euros for the signing of the Portuguese fullback. Now, it's reported that Manchester City are looking to get more than that. So again, this is going to be also a difficult operation, not as difficult as Joao Felix's, but nonetheless, it will be a difficult one. But again, more things that are going in favor of Barcelona is that just like Joao Felix, Joao Cancelo's agent is Jorge Mendes, who will, of course, try to help Barcelona as much as possible. And then there is the fact that Manchester City do not want Joao Cancelo at all. They want to get rid of him as soon as possible. So Barcelona can always play that to their favor by saying, hey, you either negotiate with us or we back away, and now you're stuck with a player that you've been trying to get rid of for quite some time. But anyways, that is all the news for this video. I will be uploading another video in a little bit. I will see you in that one. Thank you for watching. Make sure to drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel so we can continue growing and can continue bringing you the most up-to-date Barcelona news. And as always, Visca Barça.